World News and Events COVID-19 on June 29. Note, this is a collaborative video made between Travel for All Fanpage and Knowledge of Coronavirus channel. Please respectfully welcome everyone. The following is the remarkable news most on June 29 as follows.
One hot news from China. China again locks down 400,000 people because of COVID-19. Officials announced Sunday that Anxin would be completely surrounded and controlled. Anxin County in Hebei Province near the capital of Beijing. Travel restrictions already in place. Anxin is located about 150 kilometers south of Beijing. Chinese media reported 18 cases in the county since the start of a recent spike in Beijing 2 weeks ago. Thus, China was forced to restore a strict blockade near Beijing, affecting about 400,000 people after the number of coronavirus infections soared in a small mutation. The government strongly discourages citizens from entering buildings, communities or villages when citizens are not permanent residents. Authorities warned anyone who violated the rules would be punished by the police. It is known that only essential workers are allowed to leave the house and only one family member is allowed to go out once a day to buy necessities. In Beijing alone, in the past 24 hours, the capital has reported 14 new virus infections, bringing the total since the mid-June outbreak to 311. In Beijing is limited, travel is limited and a new wave of testing has been launched. However, the recent spike has made authorities worried a second wave may occur. That is, restrictions in Beijing have returned, with districts and companies requiring mass testing. Health authorities said that as of Sunday, a third of Beijing's population had been tested for the virus. 2. Updated global COVID-19 June 29, 2020 as of 6 p.m. on June 29, 10,229,244 people worldwide were infected with COVID-19 acute respiratory infection, including 503,985 deaths and 5,546,484 recovering. 3. American news. The United States remains the most heavily affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, with 2,632,656 people infected, an increase of 154,192 cases in the past 24 hours, of which a total of 128,412 patients died, an increase of 264 cases in last 24 hours. Dr. Anthony Fauci said a COVID-19 vaccine may not be enough to produce herd immunity in the U.S., partly because many Americans say they will not be vaccinated. At least 14 U.S. states are pausing reopening plans as more than half are reporting rises in cases. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell reiterated his strong support of wearing masks and face coverings during the coronavirus pandemic, saying, "We must have no stigma, none, about wearing masks when we leave our homes and come near other people." 4. Brazil news. Brazil is the second most heavily affected country in the world because of COVID-19, with the number of new infections in the last 24 hours being 28,202, bringing the total number of infected people to 1,344,143, including 57,622 deaths. 5. Russia news. In Russia, the third largest country in the world in the number of people infected, over the past 24 hours an additional 6,791 cases of COVID-19 have been reported, bringing the total number of cases to 634,437, including 9,073 deaths. The situation in Russia was so severe that on June 28, speaking on Russia 1 TV, President Vladimir Putin said, "Perhaps this is one of the worst crises." And indeed it is quite heavy. 6. India news. India is the fourth most affected country in the world due to the COVID-19 epidemic. In recent days, India has continuously recorded new record high cases. Up to now, India has had 549,197 infected people, an increase of 19,620 cases in the past 24 hours, including 9,073 deaths, an increase of 14 cases. 7. South Korea news. The number of sporadic infection clusters in South Korea has increased. On June 29, according to the Korean Agency for Disease Control and Prevention, KCVC, the country added 42 new cases, of which 30 were domestic infections, bringing the total number of people with COVID-19 in Korea to 12,757 cases. South Korean health officials are concerned that as the number of domestic and imported infections continues to rise, there is a risk of a new outbreak this summer. It is noteworthy that the increased number of domestic infections is associated with small groups of infections, especially churches. 8. Tokyo News. On June 28, the Tokyo Metropolitan Government reported 60 more cases in the city, up from 57 a day earlier. This is also the highest number of cases in the day since the government removed the emergency due to the epidemic in late May. 9. Singapore News. IASG specializes in providing foreigners with accurate and effective immigration solutions in the context of the travel and work restrictions implemented to manage the COVID-19 pandemic. IASG launched a campaign to help foreigners receive permanent resident cards, permanent residency, or citizenship in Singapore, regardless of the current pandemic. With the ability to handle the complexity inherent in applications for permanent residence or citizenship, IASG takes a solution-driven and personalized approach to each case. Despite the limitations of social isolation, IASG works as usual, offers exclusive discounts, free video advice and quick profile analysis, and sends it to all customers. 10. News from Estonia. Estonia has begun testing one of the world's first digital passport so workers can return to workplaces safely after the end of the blockade caused by the COVID-19 respiratory tract infection. Estonia is a country on the east coast of the Baltic Sea in northern Europe. It is bordered to the north by the Gulf of Finland facing Finland, to the west by the Baltic Sea opposite to Sweden, to the south of Latvia 343 kilometers, and to the east by Lake Peipus and Russia 338 6 kilometers. The initiative was implemented by the Back to Work, a group of technology entrepreneurs, local health experts and government officials. A digital immune passport will collect test data and allow users to share the immune status with a third party, such as employers, via QR codes. Our newsletter is now over. Thank you for always watching and supporting our videos. Knowledge of Coronavirus, Channel and Travel for All Fantage respectfully, and see you in the next video.